So we were just talking about art in museums, galleries, and collectors. Um, I wrote an article a couple of years ago called "The Digital Dilemma." One of the people that I interviewed for that piece said to me that in spite of the fact that this couple, they have a gallery and they collect privately, in spite of the fact that they have more than 10,000 prints in their collection, they don't have any digital prints. And I asked them why, and they said because there's not enough data about how digital art, how long will it last? The preservation issue was a concern for them. And they also were concerned about the editioning process. How do you how do you place a value on these works? Because how many of them exist and in what form do they exist and so forth and so on. So I imagine you've thought about this. What can be done to sort of remedy this and to sort of make people who are already, very much vested in the art world come to the realization that digital art is simply the new kid on the block and deserves to be given a chance?
Mm-hmm. Well, preservation is certainly one of the huge issues in the acceptance of digital art and the collection of digital art, which is key to its acceptance in the public at large, I believe. So there have been numerous initiatives for quite some time that have been working at developing models for the preservation of digital art. I think a digital print or digital photograph is much less problematic. Archival prints can be done across media, but it becomes much more challenging when we are talking about a software piece, for example. And what we're looking at here is failing hardware, changing operating systems, the changing screen ratio of displays, for example.
Changing technology that becomes obsolete in 3 to 5 years.
Exactly, every single aspect of the work. But there are several strategies that can help addressing that. I personally have been involved very much with the Variable Media Network, which is a consortium that was originally started at the Guggenheim and is now at the University of Maine. John Ippolito was the main figure in creating the network, and Whitney is also part of it. There are many other ones around the world. There's also Media Matters, for example, which is another consortium that also includes Tate in London and SF MoMA. And we're all working on strategies. Some of them that are very much agreed on are, for example, storage, which means just storing the hardware along the way. Then there is migrating works from one platform to the next level.
Some might say changes. Formatting, how the work is formatted.
It's a reform migrates the work from one platform to the next higher level. Right. Then there is emulation, which is very promising, I think, where you basically into believing that it's running on a different operating system or using certain softwares. Most old games have been preserved that way. And then finally, the fourth approach would be recreation, where you actually recreate the work from scratch for another kind of technological environment. There is no silver bullet here. Which kind of preservation strategy makes the most sense really depends on the work itself. And the Variable Media Network, and particularly its Forging the Future initiative, have developed several tools that help institutions along the way in addressing this. Among them, the Variable Media Questionnaire, which is basically a very social media type of platform that allows you to record the artist's opinion